for you. That's right. YouTube, what's up, everybody? We're about to get started here in just a little bit. If you guys can just hit that bell and we'll get started. What? Did you say ooh candy? The way you said it, you're like, ooh, candy. There. I sent you the sent you the thing to unmute. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Whoa, what am I? No, I want you over here. There we go. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot to do one thing.
Did you unmute that?
What? Yeah, that's unmuted.
Okay.
No, I just tried to do something. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now I'm ready. Let's see. All right, that works. I'll do that one. All right, here we go. Okay, maybe not that one. Shit. That's right. You guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. What is going on, everybody? And welcome. We do have a great show for you guys. First up, we do have the latest theme park updates. And if Nicole, Jimmy comes on, they'll do their segments, which is Getting Nerdy with Nicole. And we got Jimmy's, which is D's notes. But we do have a Mike's Munchies tonight. So he was able to send one in to us. So and that what he did was on Cinderella's Royal Table. So welcome to the show, everybody. You guys can follow us on all social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, right there on TikTok as well, and right here on YouTube, which we are recording live right now. We actually are streaming live on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Remy's Roundtable. Make sure you guys hit that bell and join us in our comment section. You guys will read your comments right here on YouTube. And if you guys want to become a member of our family, you guys, Roundtable family, you can join our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Remy's Roundtable for just $3 a month. So good evening, everybody, and welcome. My name is Remy, and with me, as always, is my dangerous co-host, my partner in crime, my lovely wife, Jen. Hi, honey. How you doing?
I am fabulous.
We also have our travel guide with us. We have Unk with us. Unk, what's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Doing well, doing well. Thank you for having me back again.
Likewise, dude. Likewise. So, how's everybody's week going? How's everybody's week gone? A week have been so far. I mean, Jen, you're pretty much done with school.
Mm-hmm.
You're done.
Wednesday was the last day of school that the kids were there. I had to finish packing up my classroom. I'm not moving classes, so I can leave most of what I had on the walls. I just had to reorganize and make sure I didn't have any clutter. And so that meant me throwing away half of the shit that I had in my closet.
You got a lot of stuff.
I have so much shit. I haven't done like a really good decluttering of my closet office things. Not just my stuff, but the person who left all of their crap in my closet before I moved into my room. In 6 or so years. So I needed to do that. It
I'm
was
sorry.
very
How
much.
many years?
Well, so I brought stuff with me from my old school that was my stuff, right? That I had accumulated over the 2 years that I was there. And then
Right.
I've been at this one for 4 years, and I moved into a room that already had stuff in the closet. She retired, so she left all of her teaching supplies and things that she didn't want, like books and things like that, in the closet, and games and things in the closet. So
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't really throw out a whole lot of her stuff. I used some of it, and then I got to a point where I wasn't using anything, or there were things that I wasn't using, or there were things that I didn't know where it was. So when I cleaned up my room and I this week or so, I literally went through and everything and threw out like half of the crap that I had, which is a good cathartic, allegedly, thing to do. I felt really weird because I like to hold on to things and I have a really difficult time letting go of
Stuff.
stuff. And I learned that from my mom, I think, because my mom, and so having things for her is very important because she didn't when she was growing up. So I think that was something that was instilled in me. I try not to hold on to too many things, and I try when I'm in the mood to do it, and I feel embarrassed by how cluttered everything is. I tend to be vicious with throwing things away, which I really was, which is why like I say half of the crap that I had went in the trash or went to somebody who wanted it. Yeah. That
That's
was a lot to say.
that is a lot to say. I mean, we got a lot more.
Today I went to I went to dinner with colleagues at work or from work and had sloppy taco.
STP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to sloppy taco palace.
So, Unc, you sent us a, text through Discord and also to us uh in our chat as well. You're asking us, stuff to do over the summer. Like, what did you have in mind, dude? Like, what did you want to do over the summer?
So, um, I have two little ones. So my youngest is in preschool. My oldest is he just finished his last day of kindergarten today. For extra things because they've had such growth this year in school. I don't want to lose all of that over the summer. And I know that happens because I'm a teacher. What to do to help push them over the summer. Um,
Okay.
so, and
I'm a kindergarten teacher and I can tell you what to do. So knowing that that's what you want, that you needed and everything, um, I would suggest that you do some things like workbooks that are for first grade prep.
You can go to the science center if you guys have
If you
any.
have something like a science center or a zoo or something like that, definitely have the do that stuff for fun and everything like that. Um, work
Art
with
museums.
I'm talking.
Sorry.
Thank you. Um, those would be kind of cool, but I think they're a little young for an art museum, unless they have like a children's section. Um, pardon me. Um, I would suggest if your academics don't fall, that you work with them, like read to them every night, obviously. Kindergartner read to you in a book that's appropriate for his reading level, enjoyment reading level. Um, so like a level, probably like a level D, if you know
so
what I'm talking about.
I do know my oldest, he is nonverbal autistic. So
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
that's
about
the
that. So with
that's the
him,
other caveat to it.
okay, so with him, Play work with
Yeah.
him on Play-Doh, doing Play-Doh letters, things like that. That might be beneficial for him. With math manipulatives, working with him on shapes and things like that. Just for short periods of time, obviously, because I know that his attention span is probably not the best as a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, right? But
He
also,
just turned 7. Yeah.
oh wow, yeah. So he just turned 7. Still, way too young to have a very long attention span.
Yeah.
And then with the caveat that he is autistic and nonverbal, those are also things to work with him on. And I don't know if they've worked with you, possibly like helping him out with like some form of communication language. I don't know if you have anything that a way for him
We
to
have
communicate.
a yeah, we have a iPad that we have a program on that he is learning how to use to communicate things with us.
You might also want to like help him with like sign language too, because I know, yes, he's not deaf, obviously, But sign language can be something that he could use too to teach, sort of like as another access for him,
Yeah.
you know, do that just besides the technology and everything. Although technology is amazing, he might, iPads go dead.
Yeah.
Something that might be good for you to like work with him on, and there are different apps and things like that that could help you, or classes you might be able to take to learn that. And do all the fun stuff, obviously. Enjoy your time with him because, this is the time that you get to have with your kiddo, being a full-time, teacher and what have you. It's hard to get that time with your kids and your family. I know, even though I don't have children, I have time with my husband. So
because of my
thank,
because of my
well,
schedule.
no, not just because of my weird work life that I usually have. Um, and then, okay, kid, work with him on the same stuff. Work with him on, make you, like when you put shaving cream on a table and write the alphabet. Use his fingers to write the alphabet, or um, you know, do Play-Doh, or have him work with shapes and manipulatives and things like that. If you can find anything like that, workbooks also are really good. Um, but if you want, like, especially at that age and that, group, you want to have them work with their kinesthetic learning. Because, songs are awesome. I love songs. I love, having them listen to Jack Hartman and Dr. Jean and all those other, Mr. B or Dr. B. Um, and all of those people that, created the music and are educators as well, and what have you, to learn your letters and learn your sounds, learn how to blend, learn how to do your sight words, things like that. And math and you know
Yeah.
counting and what have you. But it's also like with kids, they need all of it. Like with little ones, you want them to be able to use all of their brain, like all of the things that they can use, like body movement and not just music and audio. Want them to use all of the types of learning because they haven't figured out yet, or their brain hasn't figured out the best way for them to learn, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
those are things that I would suggest you do with them over and work with them on, and just have great experiences with them because I've found, even with myself as an adult, that the best way for me to remember a lot of things and to understand a lot of things is and having special experiences and, enjoy that time that you have with them.
Oh,
But that is your minute of kindergarten.
On talk good.
Sorry.
I mean, very educational on the round
I know.
table. I mean,
I'm sorry.
yikes.
Look, I've been a teacher for, well, technically, I have had my certificate for, oh golly, I think I've renewed twice, at least 10 years. I've been teaching consistently the last 6, going into 7 years, with Orange County. So yeah. And then kindergarten for the last 5. And I've
For the
really
last
my
5 years. Wow.
yeah, and primary has been like my go-to for the last 6 years that I've been teaching and what have you. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would work with them on that. Obviously, like, you know, just make it fun. Make it fun for them
Yeah.
because they're at the age where they don't have the ability to sort of sit there and focus and do what you would have to do when you're older.
I was gonna
Right.
say, Unc, I was gonna say, since you guys are like not here in Florida, if you guys were here, you guys could have gone to like Gatorland. You guys could have gone to Legoland here in Florida.
Uh,
We Science Center.
Orlando Science Center has a summer camp. I have a pre-K preschool camp too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of fun things to do here. Like over the summer, like right now, if you know, right now I would be at the beach house the beach cabin with my parents and Jen and the rest of our family members over on the West Coast. I'm sorry, over by the Gulf, and that's where we would like do like campouts and everything like that. But it's rough, and we can't really go over there right now due to this weather. And plus, it's a little bit expensive to rent a beach cabin where we used to go almost every single summer. So, and that's where like I would play poker every single night and take everybody's money. So I'm like, hey, you guys shouldn't play poker against me. Sorry. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We have lots of theme park news, so let's go ahead and do it. It's time. It is now time for the latest theme park updates. All right, so we are starting out over at Disney. That's right. We got some Disney news starting out at the Magic Kingdom. Disney Starlight Nighttime Parade debuts on July 20th. A brand new nighttime parade, Disney Starlight Dream: The Night Away, will premiere once again at the Magic Kingdom on July 20th, and I think that's one of the nighttime parades that Jen and I would have to go see at the Magic Kingdom. So one of my good friends, Mike. He does some of the music for most of the theme parks here in Florida, and this is one of his arrangements for this nighttime show. So hopefully, Jen and I will be able to go check it out at the Magic Kingdom. Also, we have more news over at the Magic Kingdom. Astro Orbiter, that's right. The iconic spinning planets have returned to Astro Orbiter in Tomorrowland, restoring its classic look. Over at Cool Ship, which is the what you call it, the refreshment stand. The Cool Ship refreshment stand in Tomorrowland has been completely dismantled with no replacement announced yet. New picnic tables have been added outside the Big Top Souvenirs area in Storybook Circus for additional guest seating. There's the Haunted Mansion. It's the new cobblestones. That's right. They put new stones themed over by the entrance area of the Haunted Mansion. And lastly, we got some cool Magic Kingdom news, and that is for all the annual pass holders like myself and Jen from June 15th through July 31st. All right, so annual pass holders can enjoy an exclusive villain theme photo op from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily at the Magic Kingdom, and you guys be able to pick up your very own Maleficent magnet at the Creation Shop in Epcot through July 31st. And speaking about Epcot, Jen, what do we got news on Epcot?
Well, track sign was installed. The new design for the test track is being implemented with a freshly installed sign as part of the attraction's reimagining. They're piloting out for and expanding their pilot. The solar-powered smart trash can pilot continues to expand throughout Epcot ahead of a potential park-wide.
Real quick, smart trash cans.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to think about this real quick. Yes, it is a smart trash can. Will this trash can actually talk to the guests and say, "Please put trash here"? It's a smart trash can, so maybe.
Okay. So according to this, they started this a while ago. It is actually really cool looking. I haven't seen these at Epcot though, but I probably wouldn't have thought that that's what this was. Um, so basically it is it's made by Big Belly, a company that has thousands of compacting solar powered trash cans in public spaces in larger cities. According to Big Belly, the trash can is super efficient, compacting trash 5 times. Oh, okay. So basically,
Is it compost too?
No. They compact the trash inside the trash can,
Oh,
and it runs off of solar power. It's also smart to a hub to let custodians know that it's full.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, instead of having people walk around all over the place all the time, you can figure out that it's full, and you won't have to be out in the heat all the time.
That's really smart.
That would pretty much be awesome. While the compactor feature is good for Disney, guests will love the hands-free nature of the trash can. A foot pedal on the bottom of the can easily opens the mouth removing the need to pull a handle or push a flap. It's particularly useful at one of Epcot's numerous food festivals when hands can be full of empty plates. I agree with that, actually. Going back to the compactor functionality, it's a 2-for-1 for Disney. Not only will each trash can be able to hold more, but the small alert feature means the custodial cast members will have a better sense of which cans are full and need to be attended to. And then instead of walking around and check, like I just said, how full the trash cans are, they can have a more targeted approach to keeping the theme parks clean. That is cool. That is actually from a December post. And let's go ahead and go on to something about the dining part for annual pass holders. Annual pass holders receive a 40% off dining at select restaurants, part of Disney's summer AP Perks program.
So that means we need to go back to Disney and use that 40% off dining experience, which
You gotta me money so I can pay for our pass then.
don't know when I'm going to get paid again. So that's going to be a problem. So we got to figure this out.
Hopefully that's next week because that's your payday.
I know. Hopefully we'll be back to Disney. So moving forward, we are heading over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Villains Unfairly Ever After and the Little Mermaid shows debut. Yes, they're out there, so you guys be able to go see the shows. Both of the shows are now 18 minutes long. I mean, there's an article saying it was 40 minutes for the villain show. No, it's 18 minutes. All right, that's both for Villains Unfairly Ever After and the Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, will now have 18-minute showtimes. So there you go. New Disney villain merchandise, which new merch theme to the Unfairly Ever After show is available exclusively at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Disney plans to replace long unused facilities, including Studio One Company Store, Sunset Showcase Theater, Star Wars Launch Bay. New experiences are in development. So it's about time. I know our good friend Dane from Big Beautiful Diz. It's about time they're getting rid of Star Wars Launch Bay. So that's where some of the characters are, where you can go meet and greet your favorite Star Wars characters. And you know what? He's right. That building should not even be there, because that is where pretty much the animation studio was. It was right there, and then they changed it into Star Wars Launch Bay. And you can go. You should go see your favorite Star Wars characters at what you call it at Batu over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because it's right there, and that's where you can go meet them. Also, this long shutter shop has reopened with refreshed theming and a new selection of character-focused merchandise. I'm talking about the in-character shop that has reopened. Muppet Vision 3D and Pizza Rizzo is going to close on June 7th. That's right. Both experiences will close to make way for Monsters Inc. theme attractions area, according to internal plans.
And let's go on over to Disney's Animal Kingdom, to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Baby flamingo chicks have joined the flamboyance on display at the Animal Kingdom Lodge in Savannah.
Aww.
I love how they call that a flamboyance, by the way, because that's what it actually is.
That's what it's called, right?
It's called a
A
flamboyance.
group of flamingos is called flamboyant. So we got some resort updates, Disney resort updates, and that is over at the Beach Club Resort, their exterior refurbishment. We'll have a 4-month exterior refurbishment is underway starting in early June. The Porte Cochere will be closed, but guest service, valet, luggage, buses will remain operational. Whispering Canyon Cafe reopens at Wilderness Lodge. After a short closure, Whispering Canyon Cafe is now open with refreshed interiors and full menu services. Trader Sam's Grotto gets a new tiki mug. That's right. A 5th edition of Hip Hop Auto Mia Mai Tai mug has been
Hippopotami tie. Hippopotami tie.
You know what, Jen, say it again for me because I can't say it.
Hippopotami tie.
Mug has been released, now available exclusively at Trader Sam's as a Polynesian resort.
And some other Disney updates. Disney Fantasy has set sail for its first season in Europe, offering new itineraries into Mediterranean ports.
Heyo.
Walt Disney World cast members in custodial roles are receiving new uniforms featuring updated fabrics and colors, hopefully cooling fabrics and colors. Several workers with temporary protected status from Venezuela were placed on leave due to federal protections expiring.
That's not good.
That is not good because ICE loves people like that.
That's not good at all. Damn.
Mm.
Damn. Over at Universal, ET Adventure we closed for scheduled maintenance from June 9th to June 13th. So a couple days of refurbishment, not bad. The Hogwarts Express is currently closed for refurbishment. Reopening schedule is for Saturday, May 31st. They say that, but let's just say June. The first week of June. That's when it'll reopen.
Okay,
So there.
so May 31st is to Saturday.
Yeah.
When did they go in?
Uh,
When did they close it?
last month.
Oh, that's not good. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So On Location Gift Shop rebrands to Universal Suites. That's right. A new name and identity for the beloved gift shop. It's now called Universal Suites, focusing on candies and desserts. Yep. And we got some cool news about Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Will be joining the Express Pass. That's right. Universal Express Pass access is being added to this popular ride, one of the last major holdouts. That's right. So congrats to the Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure crew members. You guys are now part of the Universal Express.
Yay. Now on to Epic Universe. On opening day, this high demand attraction peaked at a 5-hour wait time, showing
Whoa!
massive popularity. And that would be Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry.
I will not wait 5 hours, and that's a big hell no.
Fuck no. There is new pre-show props added to Monsters Unchained. They were added to enhance the Monsters Unchained pre-show experience. Guests can now purchase a special photo folder and limited edition lithograph featuring Isle of Burke and exclusive Epic Universe Media medallions given to the press attendees are being resold on eBay.
Fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's not a fuck you. That's I need to make money because we have a horrible president.
The prices on on eBay for these Epic Universe media medallions, some of the resellers sold them for between $1,000 to $5,000. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying fuck you to those resellers.
They aren't gonna have to pay tariffs for it. So
No, but still, I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, moving forward, we got some SeaWorld news. Bands, Brew, and Barbecue returns on July 5th through August 24th. For SeaWorld Summer Concert and Food Festival will run from July 5th through August 24th, like I said, and bands lineup will be to be announced. So they'll announce those very soon, probably the next couple of weeks, and you guys will hear them right here on Remy's Roundtable. And also, a new blueprint has been unveiled for the potential use of 400 acres, possible future developments, including hotels, residential housing, and lifestyle destinations. So yeah, Zero plans a 400-acre expansion blueprint. So there you go.
all right, some Orlando area development. Waymo, Alphabet's autonomous, that is a hard thing to say, driving division is expanding to Orlando in 2025 as part of its U.S. road trip initiative. And if you don't know what Alphabet, the company Alphabet is, that's Google.
It is Google.
It's Google. So Google's basically expanding their driving division to Orlando.
Yay.
Yay.
And that will do it for the latest theme park updates brought to you by our good friends over at the Magic Candle Company. Head on over to magiccandlecompany.com. Use our code Roundtable19 at checkout for your lovely discount. And believe it or not, guys, we do have a very, very, you know what? I'm going to say it once again, guys, we do have a Mike's Munchies this evening. So let's go ahead and do it, guys. It is now time for Mike's Munchies.
All right, you hungry ass sons of bitches. It's now time for Mike's Munchies. Mike's Munchies. Grab your forks, loosen those belts, and let the Foodie King take you on a flavor-packed ride through the tastiest spots in the parks. Take it away, King Mike.
Hey everyone, it is King Mike X here, and once again, welcome back to another segment of Mike's Munchies on Remy's Roundtable. Sorry for once again not being here, but unfortunately, Remy's schedule this week, he had to change the episode date to a day where I actually couldn't work either, where I was working late at night. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to be doing today's episode, which is on Cinderella's Royal Table. Now, this actually is possibly one of the more expensive restaurants in any of the parks. Not the most expensive, still can't beat Monsieur Paul. Or if you're cutting outside the restaurant, still is not as good as Victoria and Albert's. So yeah, moving on. But I'll tell you this much. For dinner, which is what we're going to be doing this on, it is $88 per adult for their prefix, while children, which are ages 3 to 9, are $52. And anyway, moving along, let's talk about the first course, which is the appetizers of the court. So you have the soup of the day, which changes which is different for each day, so you can guess, but the three other ones that are permanent current are the castle salad, which is a fresh fruit, blue cheese, candied pecan, Riesling vinaigrette. The second one is chilled jumbo shrimp with an avocado mousse, Fresno peppers, a tomato, horseradish vinaigrette. And the last one, which is kind of one of the ones I would choose, either that or the castle salad, or depending on any of them are actually, though I'd probably with salad at night. This one is the crispy pork belly, sweet tea glazed pork, heirloom tomatoes, and pickled tomatillo cabbage. Now, so yeah, crispy pork belly is probably my go-to. So good. Now, the entrees royale. There are a few of them. So there's 5 of them in total. First is the catch of the day, which could be any fish and whatever they get, and comes with Carolina gold rice, shrimp, sweet corn succotash, and roasted red pepper sauce. Then they have chicken roulade, which is mousseline, frigola, pasta, pancetta, carrot puree, and white wine black truffle butter. As for vegetarians, or actually I would just say vegan, you have a pan-roasted cauliflower with a quinoa salad, jam and cherry sauce. And then the 2 big heavy hitters, which are probably one is the grilled filet mignon with olive oil, whipped potatoes, roasted seasonal vegetables, and garlic butter. Basic, but it's filet mignon. You know it's going to be so good. You know how it's... And the last one, which is my personal favorite, roasted lamb chops, because, well, I am Jewish, and I love my lamb. With a potato pave, which if you don't know what a potato pave is, well... Potato pave is kind of like those little... If you ever seen those little square looking... They're kind of like the... Baked them into little where you should top it off with like fresh or chives or some other. But yeah, it's generally like they also get soaked and have like butter and they're generally layered as well on top of it. Like you cut them with it. It's a really good thing. But it also comes with asparagus and a honey balsamic. So yeah, that's my personal favorite. Unless the catch of the day is something that... So either the lamb chops, the filet mignon, or actually the catch of the day is... Because the fish could be anything. And now we have the finale. Yeah, entrees royale. Yeah, appetizers of the court, entree royale. And now we have the finales. So... First is the Jacques and Gus cheesecake with vanilla cheesecake, which is vanilla cheesecake with fresh fruit garnishes. The next one is the floating island, which is strawberry meringue with tropical fruit. And my personal favorite, you know me, I've talked about it I'm a chocoholic. It's called the Clock Strikes 12. And it's a chocolate ganache tart topped with salted caramel coffee mousse. Sorry, but that's take with it. So, yeah. So, my final menu would be crispy pork belly, roasted lamb chops, and cork steaks. As for other stuff, now if you're going for a kid, they have a little bit of a different stuff. They have bite-sized cheddar cheesy grapes, the garden salad with free ranch dressing, and sliced apples. The kids create your own entrees. You either have good steak, seared fish of the day, chicken strips with macaroni and cheese, and the create your own dessert is actually they have the Jacques and Gus cheesecake but they also have a sorbet and the sword and the sweet, which is a white chocolate sword and a chocolate and marshmallow mousse stone atop cocoa soil, which is definitely a little bit of a different thing because that's sort of the stone. I don't know why that should be more. I feel like they should have kept the cork strikes 12. That's because this is themed after Cinderella and King Arthur isn't in there, nor is there's. Anyway, but to also talk about it, I forgot to say this, they do have cocktails there and fights and other stuff, but the reason why I'm saving this one for last is because some of these are really good to talk about, such as they have Celebration Champagne Fight using the Chianti Champagne, which is a blend of Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier, and is exclusively sold at the Walt Disney World Resort. Cinderellas will be presenting this throughways to our guests. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about. They are a whole experience. Belle the Ball Flight, by the way, which is, Belle Gloss Dairyman Vineyard Noir, Russian River Valley, the Belle Goes Clark and Telephone Vineyard Pinot Noir, Santa Maria Valley, and Bella Glass Las Arturas Vineyard Pinot Noir, Santa Lucia Highland. And then there's the Stepsisters Flight, McBride Sisters Sauvignon Blanc, which is from Marlborough, New Zealand, McBride Sisters Chardonnay, which is from Central Coast, McBride Sisters Sparkling Brut Rosé from Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. And for cocktails, they have Legacy Mimosas, Legacy Mimosa 19, which is Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch Tennessee whiskey, Grand Marnier Liqueur, Chateau Saint Michel sparkling wine, and Minute Maid orange, and a Blackberry orange, which is Kettle One, Botanical Peach and Orange Blossom Vodka, Rockies Botanical. If I had to choose one, I would choose the $5, which is very expensive. But if I'm being honest, I mean, it's exclusive to Resort. And people have talked about this champagne fight. It's really good. And also, the fact that it's Cinderella for this segment, if I had to give a rating for Cinderella's Royal Table, I'm going to get this one a 5-star. This is one of the big fancy restaurants. This was literally voted by the people by majority of the Disney Flu blog, where they voted is to say that Cinderella's best restaurant in Magic Kingdom. But definitely try this out. Next episode, which we have to wait till next one to hear what it is. Anyway, see ya.
That was an amazing meal. With Remy's Roundtable at gmail.com. We'll be right back with Table, the Florida theme park podcast.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much for Mike's Munchies. And you know what? I've never been the restaurant that's actually inside there, which Mike just told. You know what? He gives it a 5. That expensive for it's $80 per person. If Jen and I were gonna go to that restaurant, do you want to try to take a guess how much our total will be? Go on.
Well, if it's $80 a person, it would be about $170.
Yep. So with the tip,
And how we tip, it would probably be closer to 20.
I'm not doing 20%.
Shut up. For pay anyway, so I do. 110, 205. Yeah, something like that.
But it's also a character experience too, which my experience.
Well, it's Cinderella's castle. You expect it to be.
Link, have you been to that restaurant on Disney property?
Yes, before. It's a good breakfast. When I on the dining plan, so the price doesn't because it is, but it does count as 2 dining credits to go there. They still require 2 dining credits for. But I would go back. Again, I like it for breakfast because you can get into the purple because they start breakfast earlier.
You think Jen and I should go to this restaurant, check it out? She is. She's one of your favorite characters. I know. She's one of your.
I think breakfast is cheaper, so that might be your way to get the experience there.
Okay.
The characters are still there. It was a good breakfast. I remember that much. That I went there. So, and the atmosphere, if you get seated close out down Main Street, the people walking.
That's cool experience to check out. So if we do go, Jen, I know Mike gives it a 5. I'm gonna give it. I'm just for the sake of it. So with Mike's 5 plus my 4, Jen, if you and I just went there, what type of rating would you give it?
I can't give it a rating. I've never been there.
Okay, what would you?
I would give it a 4.
So we give Cinderella a 4 point for her restaurant. So you go. Before we leave, any travel updates for us?
Thing I've seen recently is some details come out about the Cool Kids Summer come out. The parks this summer for kids, and I saw 4 different like DJ party on throughout the different parks. There's Kingdom, one in Tomorrowland, based on Stitch. Another one at the Big Top area. I think that one is going. I think is going to be. No, that's not Goofy. Goofy's at Epcot. So Connection Hall is becoming a Goofy area. And then at Leo's, they have updated the Playhouse Disney Junior area where a lot of the Fab Five characters are going to be able to be found. And there will be a dance party there as well. And that's what I think they need to do with Launch Bay area or characters. That's what kids want. You got the kids show right there. Make it a bigger area for more character meet and greets. I feel like that's something that kids want, and there's not a lot of characters anymore meeting and greeting.
There really is. I mean, most of their Fab Five characters are meeting outside of Mickey's Runaway Railway corner by the entrance of Disney's Hollywood Studios. So if they got rid of Launch Bay, which it's going to happen, they will move all the Star Wars characters over by Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, or by Star Tours area. And I think you're right, man. I think they should just put all of the the kids characters just right there, right by that area. Just get rid of the Star Wars Star Wars launch bay. So I like that idea. Jen, what do you think? You think that's a good idea?
No, I don't know. Probably.
Probably.
Sorry,
You
what?
did, Zona. So they should get rid of or by Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Some of your favorite Disney Fab Five characters, where Star Wars Launch Bay is, put those characters in there, and junior characters as well inside of that little area.
Yeah, because the only thing really that they have over, there are a couple of things that they have that would be really good. Launch Bay, I don't remember.
Launch Bay is right by Disney Little Mermaid show.
Okay. And Little Mermaid.
And then the back corner,
Hollywood,
back corner,
right?
Yep, Hollywood.
So, yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool if like they had some of like the Disney Junior characters.
So you guys don't have kids. I do, and I've got ones that are really obsessed with some of these shows. And I know they're doing some testing trial stuff with some of the Bluey, but if you get Bluey into a park, it's going to go crazy because not only are kids obsessed with Bluey,
Oh, I know.
there's a ton of
The adults are
adults
too.
obsessed with.
Oh my gosh, I've watched some of Bluey's episodes, kindergartners. I've watched some of the Bluey episodes, and they are so awesome.
Jen, you watch Bluey?
I watched Bluey. It's kind of calming and cool to watch Bluey.
The music of Bluey is very calming, and the stories are actually like good stories.
Seriously, because like before that, all they really had was like Caillou and Coco Melon, and Coco Melon sucks. And Caillou is just basically a spoiled brat of a child who like talks poorly to their parents and everything. And it's just like There are
Hey,
people
guys.
who don't really like that.
Hey guys. Yeah, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I'm looking at like I haven't forever, but I do know.
So some of the other shows, and I know this one would be, I don't really do it, but if they could, because it's a show, Spider-Man and
They
I
can't
know they
do it
probably
because of the Mississippi law, because they can't really put,
because of Universal.
because of Universal, because Universal has Marvel, superhero Marvel Island, so they can't really put Spider-Man of that Disney theme park.
Yeah.
but that show
They
is
can do it.
amazing. I
They
really
can do
like
it in
that one.
California. Yeah.
No,
Star Wars.
there's some good shows. I'm happy to see that they've are um Disney Junior show. I saw that they've updated that a little bit, which is very well needed. Because they had shows on there that haven't been on TV in a while. I know with Disney Plus you can still watch them, but it was also, I felt like, heavily on the shows geared towards girls and boys, and I have boys. So there was Mickey, but and I
Stephanie.
guess Timon for the Lion Guard, but um it was into the Lion Guard. It wasn't watching, so it needed
Yeah.
updated.
Well, in Lion Guard, the Lion King stuff is kind of old and everything. Sophia the First. Oh, that's a girly type of thing though. But there's like Star Wars stuff that they could do over there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like Young Jedi
The young
Adventures or
Jedi is really cool. I've watched some of that um
in
with my
Pupstruction.
boys.
They have like a
Yep.
Pupstruction and Puppy
I've
Dog Pals and
If they bought Puppy Dog Pals, I would never get my kids out of that. And my kids are obsessed with puppy.
yeah, look.
And it's like, okay, we're gonna find Puppy Dog Pal toy at Disney, and they have nothing.
They could do Doc McStuffin over there. Oh,
They
I love
still
Doc
do.
McStuffin.
Doc McStuffin and Vampirina are still
Oh yeah,
two of the
yeah.
big ones that they do.
And then there's
Uh,
like a African American version of Ariel.
yep.
Okay.
Which she already had a meet and greet at Disney
Well,
anyways.
yeah, but I was like the cartoon version, babe. They have an African American cartoon version.
Well, yeah, like I
for
said, but
Disney Junior.
yeah, but like I said, they already had an Ariel meet and greet already,
Okay. All right. Fine.
so they really can't do much.
Oh,
Like-
but
But I
there's a little
more with the
Lion Guard kind of
junior, I think it would be good, especially at that park. I mean, there's there.
Mm-hmm.
So the more that you got,
Yeah, that would be really cool. Especially since it's so close to like the Disney Junior stuff that they have there already.
yes.
But just expanding that would be
Um,
pretty cool.
and I've read somewhere, and I want to say it's at the Goofy one, but it might be at Epcot, but at the Hollywood Studios Get Animated section, they're bringing Clarabelle Cow back out to meet guests,
Oh, cool.
There's so many
which
kids who know who
is good.
Clarabelle is.
Well, no, she's in all of the Mickey shows on Playhouse on Disney Junior. Character.
Mickey's Playhouse.
Clarabelle was on what's that show called? Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ran a store,
Okay.
and she was Goofy's date to something.
I think.
But then
I think that is Goofy's girlfriend. So.
And then in the Mickey Mouse Funhouse, which is the newest one, she's in most of the episodes as like a side character. So like when they go to these different worlds, Clarabelle is always somewhat interjected into that as the mayor of the city or something to be how he has multiple versions of himself. He's got his own multiverse.
Which most people don't like Pete that much.
You know, in these the Disney Junior shows, he's actually a likable guy sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't get it. I mean, I thought Pete was like the bad guy in all Disney, you know, like he's one like a Disney-ish villain.
I think because they're gearing a lot with the Fab, or a lot with the six Disney characters, that they are gearing it to young kids, so they didn't want to have a villain. Would I say he's yeah, but there are storylines where he's helpful. There's storylines where he's very much included in a part of the group. So he's not looked at completely as a villain in these kids shows.
Okay, all right, Unc. Where can everybody check you on social media?
So everybody can find See You Later Travel and Vacations. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok if I ever make TikToks again.
All right, and guys, it's time for us to get up on out of here.
We're gonna have some good times with good friends, making good memories. A little bit of sunshine and good vibes, yeah, that's all we need. And we ain't gonna worry, ain't in a hurry, everything is going our way. We're gonna have some good times with good friends, making good memories.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida Theme Park Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. You guys can follow us on all social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and right here on YouTube as well. We go live every-ish days, Wednesdays, Thursdays, whatever day we are recording. Make sure you guys hit that bell. Make sure you guys know when we do go live, so you guys can join us in our chat as well. And shout out to Big Country. Shout out to Jared for jumping in the chat for a little bit with us. And you guys can buy a candle from the Magic Candle Company by using our code Roundtable19 at checkout for your lovely discount. I do have some cool t-shirt designs right now on tpublic.com, so go pick one up. And I believe right now they're like $20 at the moment, so go grab one. That supports the show as well. tpublic.com/Remy's Roundtable. And lastly, guys, if you guys need a